Hi everybody. Alright, so we got a nice little odds and ends video this to start off the week. First of all, happy Thanksgiving week. It's amazing that we even made it here. Alright, we're starting off by refitting a little bit of the passenger control stick. So I'd remove the Molex because Molex for these is it's worthless. It's pointless. The only connector that I can truly trust here is a good D-sub connector. So it just so happens that a D-sub 9-pin connector works perfect. The one advice I'll give, because you just saw me having to undo it, is make sure you run all of your wires to the correct position first before you put the damn connector on, or it's going to be a pain in the butt. And it is. So once that's all connected, we're all happy. Put the pins back in, and we're good. Like I said, it's a 9-pin connector that handles everything on the stick, minus the push-to-talk, because the push-to-talk wire doesn't go back behind the panel. It goes around and down and back to the actual microphone jack. So, and you'll be able to see that here in a second. You can see the little red knife connector right there. That's the push-to-talk, and it's all good. Next project is we're actually going to start fixing up the last of the brake line connectors. So we've been waiting for the Behringer. So the Behringer brake lines have much bigger fittings than the standard brake lines, and so because of that, they don't fit in the normal way. And I didn't feel comfortable putting them on until the landing gear was in. So the landing gear's on, so now it's time to actually make those fittings work. And it's not too terribly difficult. Instead of just pointing directly into the fitting that goes through the landing gear fitting, it has to do sort of a 90-degree turn, and then it works perfectly fine. Okay, so once we've got that on, now it's time to fiddle with some of the finishing pieces on the plane. So there's one of the finishing pieces that actually goes over the fuel valve. As you can see, it was way too long because normally it goes all the way forward to that vertical support. Well, we don't really have the vertical support. We have a 90-degree support, so that piece had to get cut down. As you can, like I said, we're doing everything. We got connectors, we got brakes, we're working pieces of the cover. They're just called miscellaneous, but it's really like the finishing covers for the plane, because you wouldn't want to fly around like it is there, right? Fuel lines exposed and all that. You wouldn't want that. So we're doing everything, and now that all of that's good, we're going to hop in. We're going to try out the fit, and we're very happy. Alright, so next project. So we've got the passenger control stick all sorted out. So now it's time to cut and remove the Molex from the pilot's control stick, because again, stuff is just crap, and then introduce a nice D-sub connector. Now, D-sub connectors by themselves usually aren't meant to be free-floating in midair. Normally you don't just have two of them connecting randomly. Normally it's a piece of equipment, has a D-sub end, and then the end of a cable will have the connector, and then it's all connected. Well, you can do it this way. So you can get two small D-sub connector housings and attach them together and actually have screws, right? The connector screws that usually go into, like, say, the back of a Garmin unit. You can get longer ones and actually have nuts on the other side and then screw those in and secure them in place. So they can be free floating. I just bought in a bag of cheap plastic connectors, and the screws already came with it, so it was perfect. Okay, so two things you're watching here. One, I'm rewiring something to do with the main display. I'm not 100% sure. But if you look next to it, so in the avionics tray that we've got in the back, you can see that little black box kind of looks like a 12-volt battery charger there. That's the RF relay. Right, that is the relay that we use for activating the pimp lights with the remote key fob. So I've got that not vacuum sealed. What the hell am I thinking about? Velcroed. It's Velcroed into place. And it works really well there. I'm actually going to wind up putting in, I think maybe an extra, there's going to be a separate relay right above it as well. These little trays are great. I'm very happy that I decided to lift that design from other people's panels. All right, so like I said, it's Thanksgiving week. We all have a lot to be thankful for. I hope everyone has a safe holiday. I will be hunkered down at home. Wife and I are just going to cook and eat and drink all the wine, so that's what I will be doing. All right, thank you for joining me. I'm just going to trailing out. I don't think I'm doing anything other than just this wiring, so have a good week, everyone. Talk to you later, and see you soon.